The phone vibrated against the wooden nightstand, its buzz slicing through the stillness of the bedroom like a blade. I froze, my breath catching as the screen lit up with her name, Clara. It was 2:17 a.m., and the message preview glowed like a warning. I can't do this anymore. I need space. My chest tightened, a cold fist squeezing my heart. Space? After 3 years of shared laughter, late-night confessions, and promises whispered under starlit skies, she needed space? The word felt like a betrayal, sharp and jagged, cutting through the haze of sleep. I stared at the ceiling, the shadows twisting into questions I wasn't ready to face. The next morning, the apartment felt hollow. Clara's coffee mug sat untouched on the counter, its chip rim a quiet accusation. I traced my finger along its edge, remembering how she'd laugh when I teased her about stealing it from her sister. Now, the silence was deafening, her absence a presence in itself. She'd left for work before I woke, her side of the bed cold, the sheets undisturbed. I tried to shake the unease, telling myself it was just a fight, just a moment. But her text lingered like a bruise, and the way she'd been lately, distant, her smiles forced, her eyes darting to her phone, gnawed at me. I went through the motions. Coffee, emails, the hum of the city outside our window. But my mind kept replaying the past few weeks. The late nights she claimed were work deadlines. The way she'd angle her phone away when she typed. The perfume I didn't recognize clinging to her jacket. Each memory was a splinter, small but sharp, embedding itself deeper. I told myself I was paranoid, that love didn't breed suspicion. Yet, as I sat at the kitchen table, her words, "I need space," echoed, and I couldn't unsee the cracks forming. By noon, I couldn't stand it. I called her, my thumb hovering over the screen before pressing dial. It rang twice, then voicemail. Her voice, warm and familiar, promised to call back. She didn't. I texted instead, "Can we talk? What's going on?" No reply. The silence grew heavier, a weight pressing against my ribs. I paced the apartment, the hardwood creaking underfoot, the air thick with the scent of her lavender candles. Then I saw it, her journal, tucked beneath a stack of magazines on the coffee table. She'd always been private about it, but desperation clawed at me. I hesitated, guilt prickling my skin, but I opened it. The pages were a map of her heart, and I wasn't the only destination. Entries from weeks ago mentioned him. Elliot, her co-worker. "Elliot gets me," she wrote. "He listens when I feel lost." My stomach churned as I read on, each word a betrayal unveiled. Late-night drinks after work. A weekend trip she called a solo retreat. The truth spilled out in her looping handwriting. She'd been unraveling our life while I clung to its threads. My hands shook, anger and heartbreak colliding like storm clouds. How could she? How could I not have seen? When she came home that evening, the air crackled with tension. She froze in the doorway, her eyes flicking to the journal in my hands. "You read it," she said, her voice flat, not a question. I wanted to scream, to demand answers, but my throat burned with unsaid words. "Why, Clara?" I managed, my voice breaking. She looked away, her fingers twisting the hem of her scarf. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she whispered. "Elliot, it just happened." Her confession was a slow poison, seeping into every memory we'd built. I saw her now, not as a woman I loved, but as a stranger who'd chosen someone else. "You needed space," I said, my voice low, trembling with rage. "Fine, you have it." I grabbed my coat and walked out, the door slamming behind me. The city swallowed me, its neon lights blurring through tears. She wanted silence. I'd give her an ocean of it. But as I stood on the rain-slicked street, a new realization hit, sharp and cold. The journal's last entry wasn't about Elliot. It was about me. "I love him," she'd written, "but I'm breaking him." The words twisted the knife deeper. She'd betrayed me, yes, but she'd known the cost. And in leaving, I wasn't just giving her space. I was giving her the ending she'd already chosen.